COVID-19. Remember when we thought it was just a 2-week vacation? Well, surprise. It's like that uninvited guest who keeps showing up at the party with new dance moves. This virus keeps evolving, and now we have variants. These variants are like the different flavors of ice cream. Some are mild vanilla, and some are spicy jalapeno. Keeping up with these changes is important because it helps us stay one step ahead. Just when we think we've got it figured out, a new variant pops up, making us rethink our strategies. You might wonder why we need to know about these variants. Well, it's like knowing the weather forecast before planning a picnic. If you know a storm is coming, you grab an umbrella. Similarly, knowing about COVID-19 variants helps us protect ourselves better. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also safety. So, buckle up and get ready for a crash course in COVID-19 variants. Let's dive into the world of variants and see what's new on the viral dance floor. Imagine you're baking cookies, and every batch comes out a little different. Some are a bit crispier, some softer. That's kind of what happens with viruses. A variant is just a different version of the original virus. When the virus replicates, sometimes it makes tiny mistakes in its genetic code, like a typo. These typos can lead to new variants. Now, not all variants are bad. Some might not change much at all, like adding a pinch of salt to your cookie recipe. But others can be more significant, like swapping sugar for salt. And no one wants salty cookies. These changes can affect how the virus behaves, spreads, or even how it responds to our immune systems. Think of the original COVID-19 virus as the classic chocolate chip cookie. Variants are like adding nuts, raisins, or even making it gluten-free. Understanding these differences helps scientists and doctors figure out the best ways to fight back. Delta, the variant that made headlines, is like Speedy Gonzales, super fast and hard to catch. First identified in India, Delta spread quickly around the world. It's known for being more contagious than the original COVID-19 virus, which is why it caused such a stir. Delta spreads more easily because it's better at attaching to our cells. Imagine it as a super sticky tape compared to the regular kind. This means it can infect more people more quickly. Symptoms of Delta are similar to the original virus: cough, fever, and loss of taste or smell. But some people also report headaches and sore throats. Vaccines are still effective against Delta, but it's like wearing a raincoat in a heavy storm. Booster shots help reinforce our defenses, making sure we're as protected as possible. So, while Delta is faster and trickier, vaccines remain our best defense. Enter OMICRON, the variant that's like a shapeshifter. First detected in South Africa, OMICRON quickly became a variant of concern due to its numerous mutations. It's like the virus went to a costume party and decided to try on every outfit, making it harder for our immune system to recognize. OMICRON has more mutations in its spike protein, which is the part of the virus that latches onto our cells. Think of it as the virus changing its key to sneak past our immune system's lock. This makes it potentially more infectious and better at evading immunity from previous infections or vaccines. Symptoms of OMICRON can be slightly different too. While it still causes cough, fever, and fatigue, some people experience milder symptoms like a runny nose and sore throat. It's like the virus is trying to blend in with the common cold, making it harder to identify. Vaccines still provide protection against severe illness from OMICRON, but booster doses are important. OMICRON shows us that the virus is constantly changing. Section 5. How variants spread. The viral party crashers. Imagine throwing a party and someone uninvited shows up, causing chaos. That's how variants spread. They crash the party and bring along their friends. Variants like Delta and OMICRON spread faster because they found new ways to sneak in and infect more people. These variants spread through respiratory droplets when we talk, cough, or sneeze. Think of it as glitter. Once it's out, it gets everywhere. The more contagious variants are like extra sticky glitter, spreading further and sticking to more surfaces. This is why masks and social distancing are still important. Variants also spread faster because they can replicate more efficiently. Understanding how variants spread helps us take the right precautions. Section 6. Symptoms. Same old, or new twists. You might be wondering if the symptoms of these variants are different from the original virus. Well, it's a bit of both. Some symptoms are the same old, while others have new twists. It's like watching a sequel to a movie, some familiar scenes but also new plot twists. Common symptoms like cough, fever, and fatigue are still present with variants like Delta and Omicron. However, some people report additional symptoms. For Delta, headaches and sore throats are more common. Omicron, on the other hand, might bring milder symptoms like a runny nose and sneezing, making it tricky to distinguish from a cold. It's important to remember that symptoms can vary from person to person. Recognizing symptoms early and getting tested is crucial. The sooner you know, the better you can protect yourself and others. Section 7. Vaccines, our best defense. Vaccines are like our superhero shields against the virus. They help our immune system recognize and fight off the virus, including its variants. While no vaccine is 100% effective, they significantly reduce the risk of severe illness and hospitalization. Against variants like Delta and Omicron, vaccines still offer strong protection. It's like having a sturdy umbrella in a storm. You might get a little wet, but you're protected from the worst of it. Booster shots are like adding an extra layer to your umbrella, ensuring you're even better prepared. Vaccines also help slow down the spread of the virus. When more people are vaccinated, it's harder for the virus to find new hosts. Getting vaccinated is a collective effort. It's about protecting not just yourself, but also those around you. Section 8. Analogies. Making sense of the science. Explaining science can sometimes feel like decoding a secret language. That's where analogies come in handy. They help make complex information more relatable and easier to understand. Think of it as turning scientific jargon into everyday language. For example, imagine the virus as a burglar trying to break into your house. The original virus is like a burglar with a basic lockpick. Variants like Delta and Omicron are burglars with advanced tools, making it easier for them to break in. Vaccines are like upgrading your home security system, making it harder for any burglar to get in. Another analogy is thinking of the virus as a celebrity at a party. The original virus is like a low-key celebrity. Some people notice, but not everyone. Variants are like A-list celebrities. They draw more attention and spread faster through the crowd. Section 9. The importance of staying vigilant. Even though we have vaccines and know more about the virus, it's important to stay vigilant. The virus is like a tricky opponent in a game. Just when you think you've won, it changes its strategy. Staying informed and cautious helps us keep up with its moves. This means continuing to follow public health guidelines, like wearing masks in crowded places and practicing good hygiene. It's like following the rules of the game to ensure you don't lose. Being vigilant also means getting vaccinated and encouraging others to do the same. It's about being a team player and looking out for everyone. Staying vigilant helps us protect ourselves and our communities. By staying vigilant, we can keep the virus in check and prevent new variants from causing more disruptions. Section 10. Conclusion. Hope and caution. In the battle against COVID-19 and its variants, there's a lot to be hopeful about. Vaccines are our strongest weapon, and with continued vigilance, we can keep the virus at bay. It's important to stay informed, follow public health guidelines, and get vaccinated. While the virus is like an ever-evolving puzzle, we have the tools and knowledge to solve it. Staying cautious doesn't mean living in fear. It's about being smart and proactive. Think of it as driving with your seatbelt on. It's a simple precaution that keeps you safe. The road ahead might have twists and turns, but together, we can navigate it safely. With the right mindset and actions, we can overcome this challenge and look forward to brighter days ahead.